Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is from VD's Library, and today we're going to be putting together my very own analog bag, which is really going to be more of a basket and a bag, but I'll explain why further down in the video. But before we do any of that, let's talk about what an analog bag is. An analog bag is a bag that you bring along with you when you go out, and it's full of all of these different activities that you enjoy. It's all according to your own interests. So things like books, crossword puzzles, coloring books, knitting. It could be those small Lego sets, that little diamond painting thing, anything that interests you, that's what's going into your analog bag. And the whole purpose of it is that you're going to be able to have something easily accessible to reach for instead of being on your phone. I really love how this trend is encouraging so many people to be off of their phones and instead just reconnect with that childlike part of themselves. You know, like your creative self that just wants to have fun and do a hobby, not because you want to perform or post about it or get feedback on it, but because you're genuinely having a good time doing it. And that just makes me so happy because I feel like we need more of that. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and put together my own analog bag, and I would encourage you to do the same. Quick interlude right here. I just want to show you guys my plants because at one point these plants were not doing so good, but you know what? I prayed over them. I started watering them more regularly, and now I feel like they're really thriving. My orchid, and this one was on the verge of death. I said, in Jesus' name, you will not die. This one actually has always been doing great. My little turkey succulent that my sister-in-law got me, and my monstera is actually doing really great. Okay, I just want to show that because, you know, the way the light was coming in, it was just perfect. So I have this shelf, and this is where I'm going to be getting most of my things that I'm going to include in my analog bag. And I'm thinking, because I don't want to go out and just buy something new, I'm just going to use one of these boxes to hold all of my activities. This one looks like it's bigger, but this one I kind of am feeling the wooden feel to it, so I think I'm just gonna use this one. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna include that in my bag, not the cards, because I think these are activities that you should be able to do by yourself. Look at this. It's a Matilda puzzle. I actually already have it built over here in one of these frames. I just need to put the glue on there. Do people do puzzles in their analog bags? I feel like they could. This is the basket we are going to be using. I'll show everything in detail at the end, but for right now, I'm just gonna go through everything and see what I really want to put in there. And I have this whole other box full of a bunch of cardigans. Probably grab one of these as well. Oh, California, you're falling away. Wait, where is this? Nevada goes right here. Man, I wish I could bring something like this with me. Apple, sorry, Candyland, more puzzles. This one up here is also just puzzles. But let's see. Oh, I forgot about this. This is totally going in my bag. The rest are just puzzles. So I did get quite a few things from my little shelf, and this is exactly why I wanted to do an analog basket instead of a bag. I was watching Alexa Marmion. I'm gonna put her channel in the description, but she did this same analog video and she used a basket, and I said, girl, that is such a great idea, because I think if it was a bag, I would kind of put it to the side, and I'm completely out of sight, out of mind type of person. I would probably forget about it. But the basket, I feel, is going to be better. I'm just going to be able to see everything right away and hopefully actually use it. But anyways, I'm going to take this basket, go into my room, and see what else we can find in there to include. Starting off right here, this is like my little TBR pile. So I'm definitely going to pull a couple books from here, as well as my reading journal. And I think I'm going to put a little pencil pouch together with highlighters and pens. I'm probably not going to pull from these two just because these are strictly books to read, and I already have some of those. But down here, I do have some activity books. And other than that, I'm not really sure what else I'm going to include. We'll see what I come up with. I'm going to show it all at the very end. So this is obviously too much. I'm gonna go ahead and try to condense it, neatly organize it, and then whatever doesn't fit is gonna be okay. All right, y'all, so here is my finished analog basket. And I did have to put back some of the stuff that I had originally grabbed just because it didn't fit. And the whole point is for it to be convenient, right? I didn't want to have it like smushed in there and then it's like a hassle to take it out. So I just said, you know what, it's gonna be okay. This stuff can be included in some other time, because I think that that is something also really fun about this, is the fact that you can switch out your activities. Maybe your interest will grow. Maybe you'll get inspired by somebody else. You'll pick up a new hobby and then you'll be putting, you know, swapping out the stuff that you have in here. But let me show you what I have real quick. Here on the side, I actually have a bag, which is Matilda. And I want to use this for when I actually am on the go. Y'all see how big this basket is, and it is heavy. So I'm not gonna be, you know, taking this basket with me everywhere, but the activities that I do want to do, I'll just put them into this bag real quick, and then I'll use this to be on the go. Next, I have this fashion plates activity, which I actually thrifted, and it's really cool because you can make your own little fashion dolls. These are some that I've made before. I like to use old envelopes for this, but basically you put the paper into this part and then you select your plates. The tops on them. Her little face right here. The bottoms, so she has little shorts right here. The back of these has texture that you can also use. Color over it and it makes the outline of the doll, and then you can color her and design her however you want to. So actually this is a lot of fun and I'm looking forward to using this again. Next, I have my little game console, which is basically like a Game Boy but on steroids, because this thing literally has every single game that you can possibly think of. From Street Fighter, Mario Kart, Sonic, Tetris, one of my favorites. Even the Simpsons games, Beethoven, there's an Arthur game in here. So yes. I have this pack of trivia cards. This one is all about the human body. So it has the questions here at the top and then all the answers here at the bottom. For example, it says, the nervous system is a whole lot of cells that communicate information. True or false? Which neurons control movement in the body? Sensory neurons or motor neurons? And these are all the little illustrations it has on the back. Next, I have this little journal that my friend actually customized for me. Inside, it has 4 sections dedicated to different projects that I have going on. And so I use this to write down all of my ideas and notes instead of opening the notes app on my phone. I have Tangos, which is a Chinese puzzle game. And basically, you have 2 sets of shapes, like so. And then you have a card. This is really for 2 people, but you can totally play by yourself. You're basically trying to use all of your shapes to make this one pattern right here. And on the other side, here at the bottom, it reveals to you how you're supposed to do it. So yeah, I've had this game for a long time. I have 2 pouches. This first one has pens, whiteout, and also these, what are these called? Crayola Twistables. And then this smaller one, which actually used to be my mom's. How adorable. I think it was like for makeup and stuff, or that's what she used it for. But I have these really cool King Art, I think, what are these called? Mixed media gel sticks. Yo, these on paper are just like the smoothest, most buttery and glittery things ever. They're so beautiful. Finally, here are all the books. This one is my reading journal where I keep track of how many pages I read and any little notes I want to write about my books. 2 books that I've been trying to finish forever, but I promise I'm going to finish them soon. The OCD Healing Journey and Laugh Again. This is a word search United States version. And anytime that I finish these, let me see. I know I've done one of them. I think I did California. Alabama. Here we go. California right here. And I put a little sticker next to all of the ones that I found. So I should probably put my stickers in here. Next, I have this coloring book. This one is all flowers. And that's what I'm going to be using, the little twistables and the gel sticks for. And this last one is a dot to dot animal book. So I did these little brown cows right here, colored them in, wrote a little poem at the top. And this is what it looks like when it's not done. You kind of think you know what the animal is, and then at the end it surprises you. So this is the end of my analog basket video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have an analog bag or a basket, let me know what kind of goodies you have inside of it. Or if you haven't made one yet, let me know if you're gonna be making one soon. But yeah, take care, bye.